How's it going, Arty, Jasmine, and Autumn? This is going to be, like both videos combined. I had a really long day, trying to figure out what's going on with the van, and I'm just trying to get stuff done and figured out. I'm gonna have to possibly drive the car for Uber and Lyft, possibly. But we'll find out tomorrow what's going on with the van. It's acting up. So I'm going to read from both Frindle and the first chapter of this, and then I'm going to head to bed and hope that tomorrow has good news. So day 6, chapter 6. Okay, so the big idea. 3 things happened later that same afternoon. Nick and Janet Fisk had missed the bus because of a school newspaper meeting, so they walked home together. They were seeing who could walk along the curb without falling. It took a lot of concentration, and when Janet stepped off into the street, Nick said, "That's 3 points for me." But Janet said, "I didn't fall. I saw something. Look." She bent down and picked up a golden ballpoint pen, the fancy kind. That was the first thing, Janet finding the pen. They got back on the curb, and Nick followed Janet, putting one foot carefully in front of the other on the narrow concrete curb. And while she stepped along, he thought back over the school day, especially about his report and what Miss Granger had said about words. At the end of the period, finally saying again, that was the second thing, understanding what Miss Granger had said. She had said, "Who says dog means dog? You do, Nicholas. You do, Nicholas," he repeated to himself. "I do," Nick thought, still putting one foot in front of the other. "Mama, Janet, what does that mean?" And then Nick remembered something. When he was about 2 years old, his mom had bought him one of those unbreakable cassette players and a bunch of sing-along tapes. He had loved them, and he played them over and over and over and over. He would carry the tape and the player to his mother, or his big brother, or his father, and bang them together and say, "Guagala, guagala, guagala," until someone put the cassette in the machine and turned it on. For 3 years, whenever he said guagala, his family knew that he wanted to hear those pretty sounds made with voices and instruments. Then when Nick went to preschool, he learned that if he wanted his teacher and the other kids to understand him, he had to use the word music. But guagala meant that nice sound to Nick, because Nick said so. "Who says guagala means music?" "You do, Nicholas." "No fair," yelled Janet. They were at the corner of their own street, and Nick had bumped into her, completely absorbed into his thoughts. Janet stumbled off the curb, and the gold pen in her hand clattered onto the street. "Sorry, I didn't mean to, honest," said Nick. "I just wasn't watching." "Here." Nick stooped over and picked up the pen and held it out to her. "Here's your..." And that's when the third thing happened. Nick didn't say pen. Instead he said, "Here's your Frindle." "Frindle?" Janet took her pen and looked at him like he was nuts. She wrinkled her nose and said, "What's a Frindle?" Nick grinned and said, "You'll find out. See you later." It was there at the corner of Spring Street and South Grand Avenue, 1 block from home, on a September afternoon. That's when Nick got the big idea. And when she asked, the lady reached right for the pens and said, "Blue or black?" Nick was standing 1 aisle away at the candy racks, and he was grinning. Frindle was a real word. It meant pen. "Who says Frindle means pen?" "You do, Nicholas." Half an hour later, a group of serious 5th graders in a meeting in Nick's playroom. It was John, Pete, Dave, Chris, and Janet. Add Nick, and that's 6 kids, 6 secret agents. They held up their right hands and read the oath Nick had written out. "From this day on and forever, I will never use the word pen again. Instead, I will use the word Frindle, and I will do everything possible so others will too." And all 6 of them signed the oath with Nick's Frindle. The plan would work. Thanks, Miss Granger. Pretty cool. And now, Falcon. Chapter 1. A gentle breeze ripped through the forest of tall, majestic redwoods. From where he sat, positioned on the crook of a thick branch at the top of one of the trees, Sam Wilson, the Avenger known as Falcon, could see the forest all around him. It was a fantastic view, but he wasn't really enjoying it, because there was only one thing he was interested in. Using the heads-up display in his costume's visor, Sam zoomed his vision in on something in one of the other trees. Someone just casually walking through the forest would never have spotted it. It was so well camouflaged, but Sam could see it. There was a small wooden platform built into the tree limbs behind some branches. On that platform was the one thing that Falcon most wanted in the world right then, a small blue flag. Falcon scanned the area. There was no sign of his opponent, no sound either. He smiled to himself. Finally, after all this time, success was going to be his. Sam whispered into the Avengers comm. Full communications unit in his ear, signaling 2 SHIELD agents who were assigned to his team. Okay, said Falcon. It's go time. Converge on the target in 3, 2, 1, now. Falcon suddenly leapt out from his tree, spreading out his wings, which let him fly across the forward toward his target. At the same time, the 2 SHIELD agents leapt from their hiding places on the ground. All 3 figures moved quickly, but fastest of all was Falcon. Hours and hours of practice with the wingsuit gave him surprising speed and maneuverability. Within seconds, Falcon could see the flag almost in front of him. All he had to do was reach out and... BAM! Falcon got slammed in the side so suddenly that it knocked the breath out of him. Someone had jumped out of a hiding place and tackled him in midair. But it wasn't just someone. It was none other than Captain America. Falcon tried to push Cap off of him, but Cap fell firm. With all added weight, Falcon dropped out of the sky. He and Captain were still grappling when they landed in a barrel roll on the ground. Fancy running into you here, joked Cap as he sprang back to his feet and hurled his famous shield. Cap's shield bounced around the forest, ricocheting off some trees, before first taking down one SHIELD agent, then the other. Falcon barely had time to rise to his feet before Cap had him covered again. Cap's shield landed effortlessly back in his hands. Well, Sam, what do you say? Asked Cap on his face. Yeah, you win, Cap. Falcon admitted, his shoulders drooping. Don't feel bad, Cap said, throwing an arm around his friend. No one's ever beaten me in a capture the flag training exercise. I'll be the first, admitted Sam. Jarvis, end the program. Yes, sir, came a disembodied computer voice out of the sky, as the whole forest, the trees, the ground, even the 2 SHIELD agents suddenly shimmered and then disappeared. All that could be seen now were the drab walls of the Avengers Tower's training room. The whole thing had been a simulation, run by Jarvis, the Avengers Tower's computer system. Cap and Falcon walked through a now visible door and out into the hallway as Cap said to Falcon, you're really coming along. You got very close, and also having the 2 simulated SHIELD agents on your team makes it a leadership exercise, so... Falcon didn't get to hear the end of Cap's thought because Iron Man interrupted, racing down the hallway toward them. Cap, Sam, Iron Man shouted urgently, come with me, right now, it's an emergency. What is it now? Asked Sam. Did Thor and Hulk get into another fight over who ate the last pint of ice cream? Mine. No, mine. Worse, much worse, Iron Man said gravely. Hurry and see. Cap and Sam didn't miss another beat. They took off running after Iron Man. And Chapter 2 is coming up, but that's for another day. So, today was extra hard. A lot of stuff piling up. Hope that you guys are still getting to be kids and having fun while behaving. Yeah. Sorry I didn't get to do 2 videos. Tomorrow should be a really good day. Maybe we get to go swimming or something, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are doing over there. I would love to know. I'd love to be a part of it. Soon we'll get this all figured out. I love you guys. Miss you so much. Again, as always, be good for your mom. Go to bed on time, whatever. If when she says, and already be a good example for your sisters. I love you.